Hey guys, week 4. This is Matthew Stiffler-Greasby coming to you. Question 1. What is your potential in the graduate program? What do you bring to the classroom? What is your potential in your research proposal? And what do you bring to your research? My potential in the graduate program and in, what I bring to the classroom. I think I have a lot of potential. I love working hard, learning new things, growing in the aspects of education. And so for this being the final classes for our graduate program, I'm excited. I've already been looking at furthering my education through APU and other schools, just because I think the more you know, the further you go, and you can never stop learning. And so that's something that this graduate program has provided me. And so what do I bring to the classroom? Just a willingness to continue to go further, wanting to know more and learning all I can. To be the best person I can be. I think that is the brilliancy of a classroom, is you're able to learn things from other people. I'm excited to hear what you guys have and what your research brings to you as you dive into your research projects. Potential in my research proposal. I'm excited for it. I'm a little trouble mastering exactly what I want for my research proposal. It has to do with fighting in hockey. I'm waiting to hear back. I've been in contact with an ex-player, and I'm meeting with him next week. And he's going to try getting me connected to a couple other players, both players now and then ex-players, and a couple NHL executives. And so if I can get that happening, then I am so stoked, and I think I can bring a lot to my actual research, being able just to pull in the ideas that these ex-players and these there's one that's he's a chaplain for a team. And so just being able to communicate, and he'll be able to talk. And my plan is to be able to ask the questions not only to him, but hopefully I can meet some of the players that he does, or that he chapels. He's the chaplain for both the Ducks and the Kings here locally in LA. A different person that my connection is in contact with is one of the he's assistant trainer of the San Diego Gulls, which is a minor league team affiliate for the Kings and Ducks, and so for the Ducks actually. And so just being able to ask him, and he's an ex-player as well, and so I'm just super excited to see. I think my research can just blow up if I'm able to talk to these connections and just to see where they lead me. Question 2: what are the current distractions in your life that are preventing you from peak performance in class? 2 weeks before the class started, I was given the opportunity to start teaching as a long-term sub, and so I am just in the middle of that. I just got my credential in November, and so just learning, full-time in the classroom has been very exciting, very challenging, and just learning new things and getting to know the students and planning. The teacher, unfortunately, didn't leave me any lesson plans. She just told me to go with wherever I wanted. So, which is cool because I get to do it, but then also I've got 6th, 7th, and 8th grade classes. I got an elective for 6th grade, and then 7th and 8th grade histories, but I've got 2 remedial classes that are about 2 weeks behind the rest of the 7th and 8th graders. And so those 2 classes, I've got to create my own lessons for those. On top of the normal, or the 2 7th and 8th grade classes that I have that are at a steady level. And so creating 5 lesson plans a night, definitely tolling, and it's challenging as it's the first time for me, but that's a big thing that's distracting me and preventing me from my peak performance in this class. I feel that I'm posting everything on Wednesday night and like Saturday, Sunday, whereas like last quarter I was posting everything Monday, Tuesday, just because I had a lot more free time, and I was able to just really dive into my last class. So this one right now, just a little more challenging, getting used to the whole teaching lifestyle. I love it. I can't complain too much, but it is a definite challenge. This is week 4 for me, week 6 for me for teaching. So it's definitely it's fun. What steps am I taking to manage and counteract these distractions? I've been setting up time schedules for myself. On my phone, reminders, but also time schedules of when I can do certain things. Scheduling out. I'm going to start planning. The lessons for this class. Being able to meet with the other teachers or call the master teacher when I can, just to kind of plan out what I want to do. And I set I've been setting more easy attainable goals of, all right, I'm going to get one lesson done within 30 minutes. And I try to do it where I can plan out a couple lessons, so I'm not every night planning one for the next day, but trying to plan out weeks at a time, so that, and then just tinkering it after each day. But it's still something I'm getting used to, especially because I don't have a couple of the areas where I'm teaching. So this elective class is very taxing on trying to create new lesson plans and a science area. I'm doing oceanography, and I just finished the planets and stuff, and so that's something I had not really educated in, but I made it do. So I think planning out, talking with other teachers and getting their feel and their ideas. For the history class, I actually am in contact with my old history teacher at middle school, and so he's been providing me some information and some different styles and ideas of how I could teach my kids, and so that's something that's been really cool. And then setting time aside to do this class usually comes on Wednesdays and Saturdays, just so I can get everything done. But I know I got to continue to do more. I try to do 20 to 30 minutes a day on the paper, or doing research on our master's thesis paper. And so little chunks I know will help me out in the long run. Just try to take a little bit of time, or sending my emails to those correspondents that I'm trying to get a hold of. I've been in talks with APU Library about getting different journals and other articles that kind of relate to my topic. So number 3, how do you perceive peak performance? What does it look like to you? How do you measure it? Peak performance in the classroom, for me at least, is studying, being aware, and on top of the workload, also what is the main ideas and things going on in a classroom, being able to participate in discussion, and at least in this one, comment on others and give them insight, and also kind of challenge them. I think that's very important. Anywhere else in the world, for me, I'm very active, and I go to the gym now like 2-3 days a week. I used to go 5-6 days a week. But also, like, for me, peak performance is staying physically fit, along with spiritually, emotionally fit as well. For me, it's staying in Scripture, reading the Bible, singing worship songs, and really making sure that I'm pursuing God through this busyness of life, which usually helps me out on an emotional level. But I think it's talking things through, whether it's with my girlfriend, with my pastor, my mentor, just being able to communicate, because that will keep me sane and keep me in a good emotional state, which I think helps my mentality and carries it over not only at the school that I'm teaching at, but also when I'm with friends, when I'm with family, when I'm doing homework. So I think all these things play a role in how I can stay at peak performance. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful evening.